In spite of the fact that there were far more sellers than buyers for the majority of this year, dealers are now reporting that customers are buying silver as prices approach $50 per ounce. This is a very strange development, considering that people usually buy silver when its prices are in the 30s or 40s. Is that all then? As the price of gold approaches $50 per ounce, is the change due to fear of missing out, FOMO, or something else entirely? Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to ask coin dealer Keith from the Coin Crew all about it. If you buy a monster box from SD Bullion, you'll get a free full tube. Just a quick heads up, my channel sponsor is offering a great deal on fractional Britannia for $10,000. I'll put a link to their deal in the description below. Keith, a member of the coin team, has joined us. Hey, how's it going? I am thriving. That's great to hear, man. I want to jump right in because I heard something from Josh last week, and I've heard it from you and other dealers as well. It's this. Suddenly, people are buying silver again as prices approach $50 per ounce. You've had more customers come in, and my question is, why is this happening now, compared to the 1930s, when silver was at its lowest price? What's happening? Why would anyone pay nearly $50 for that, instead of, say, the mid-30s? I don't know if it's FOMO or not, but I think people's confidence has returned to silver, which is what's happening there. So, why do you think it's not just FOMO? In my shop, we had customers who were hesitant to buy in the mid-30s and early 40s, but now that they're seeing prices approaching $50, they're starting to reconsider. People waited until the mid-30s, as you mentioned, or even into the low 40s, and then they started buying again. If they see it heading to 50 and think, all right, maybe this is the time it goes up, it would not be foolish. It could be seen as FOMO, but what I'm seeing is a gradual increase, with the exception of the last 3 sessions. Typically, it was about $1 per session up, but outside of those 3 sessions, we've had slow rises with a little pullback, which indicates that the price is finding support at the bottom. Yeah, I totally see that. Yesterday there was a good fall, and today it made up for all of that and more. That appears like every time there's a tiny down, it continues to rise. The question then becomes, are the current buyers at all concerned about a repeat of 2011? Because, it just goes back up and gets even higher. Telling the truth is second nature to you. I don't think anyone remembers it, or at least acts like they don't. They aren't worried about the correlation with the $50 mark, where silver usually retreats aggressively. In 2011, it went up to near the $50 mark, but now they seem to think it's going to hold or even go higher. I have my reasons for thinking that, but I'd like to hear yours. Is there a reason why I could be wrong? I believe people are watching the market, as I mentioned before. We're not buying around the high 30s or low 40s, but every time it goes up a little bit, there's a correction or pullback, as it has been said. Then it recovers the next day or two. However, that happened in 2011 as well. Is there a reason why your customers believe this? Time 50 isn't the point where it just crashes back down. Thank you. It happened in 2011, and I was there. It has been climbing at a faster rate recently, so I'm a bit worried about the past 3 sessions consistently hitting 1 pound or more. That makes me nervous, but I've gotten a bit more confident after Tuesday's or yesterday's sessions pullback. After 50 an ounce, many analysts predict that silver will break out, and if it does, it could go to $55, $60, or $65 an ounce. My question is, do you think investors will keep buying silver at that level, or will they be a bit worried that there will be a correction after 50 instead of continuing to break out? I believe that people will keep buying as long as they see strong sessions with a pullback or correction. That gives a lot of confidence in the metal and the silver product, so to speak. I don't think people will be scared off by a few corrections here and there. But if it goes up too quickly, or if all the paper market investors decide to take profits but don't buy back in because it didn't go low enough, then yeah, we could have a serious correction. Isn't that reasonable? Is the economy today significantly different from 2011? Is it possible that this is also contributing to the current uptick in silver's popularity? I believe that the economy is drastically changing due to the high rate of inflation, skyrocketing prices of goods and services, and generally an overall sense of unease about the future. As a result, people are seeking safe havens for their money. And while I'm aware that there is potential for profit in the cryptocurrency and stock markets, not everyone is comfortable with that. For some, physical assets like silver and gold provide that sense of security. Okay, I see your point of view, but I was going to hold off on offering my 2 cents until I asked you a few questions. My belief is that $50 feels more confident now than it did in 2011, because of what you hinted at, correct? So, the economy is in a far worse state now than it was back then. Back then, market speculation was the main factor influencing prices. For example, an inflation hedge would have predicted that silver should be $50 Oz. Now, given how much everything has increased in price, the idea that silver could fall precipitously seems implausible. Obviously, it can fix. But I think what I'm trying to say is that the economy isn't as strong as it once was, and silver isn't worth $25 or $30 an ounce. Understand what I'm saying? Gasoline used to cost about $2, but today you can get it for $300 to $330 at the pump. Everything is so much more expensive these days. I mean, gasoline is its own strange market, but when you factor in housing, rent, electricity prices, and food, it's not just about gas. Yeah, it's amazing how costly everything else is, isn't it? I don't know about other parts of the country, but here in my area, the going rate for a 2 or 3 bedroom house has gone from $7,000 to $15,000, a significant difference in just 13 or 14 years, starting in 2011. Not to mention the fact that the price of steak is twice as high as it used to be. Wow, that's a lot of information. Some people are trying to find ways to earn money without actively doing anything, while others, like silver buyers, are just trying to protect the money they've already made. I can buy gas for a gallon with this amount right now. Should I just hold on to it? Okay, I get your point. If I were to keep the money in silver, and they told me I wouldn't get nearly as much stuff if I did, I would have to justify my decision. Even at $3.50 per gallon, a silver quarter will buy you more than 2 gallons of gas today. In 1965, it would have bought you just 1 gallon. Therefore, that wasn't even the case. It cost about 27 cents on average, which is equivalent to a quarter. I wish I could answer yes, but the point is that it's so close. It's incredible. You won't find financial success in the silver market. Gotcha. Here is where you should keep the money you've already made. I don't want to make any predictions. But in your personal opinion, and I assure you, we don't. Would you be comfortable adding to your private silver holdings at a price of $60 or even $70 per ounce? I say that because according to the CPI calculator, which I believe to be accurate, $70 per ounce is the real all-time high for silver. I would be perfectly at ease with that. What if tomorrow silver was $100? I would still buy it if the economy supported it. There are a lot of factors to consider, but overall, it's the price of everything related to silver. Would you still be able to buy at or around that amount? Call me crazy, but I'm comfortable buying silver at just about any price as long as the market supports that level. I mean, I would seriously consider questioning that amount of silver if I could purchase an absurdly high amount of product with it. Is the cost justified? Oh, I see. Got it. So basically, you're implying that I might feel uneasy about it if, for example, silver suddenly rose to $100 per ounce tomorrow, with all other factors remaining constant. That's reasonable, and you make a good point for those who are watching. I've mentioned before that, in my opinion, if silver were to suddenly, and I mean suddenly, not in 2 or 3 years, be worth $100 per ounce, it would almost certainly be due to a dollar collapse. When the value of the dollar drops so drastically, it's not so much that silver is worth $100 per ounce, as it is that $100 is only worth 1 ounce of silver. Indeed, I agree with that. The economy cannot support 50 silver when it was in the low 20s, which was true at the time. But now, look at it today. Just a couple of years later, I could be slightly off on the time. I'm just using 2 years as a reference point. But look at it today. It's funny how things change. I believe silver at 50 is necessary, according to the economy. Currently, the economy can afford it, and that will change in the future.